Do you ever feel like you're just in this in between space where something has clearly shifted, but nothing new has fully landed yet? That's me these days. So come and sit with me. Feeding time is over with. Have a moment now just to sit down, kind of talk, and get this stuff off of my mind a little bit here. By the way, I'm La, the accidental chicken whisperer. And as I said, today I just kind of wanted to talk about something that I've been pondering about a little bit too much lately. I actually don't have a really clean answer for this one, but I think maybe perhaps that's kind of the point. Marge, hi Marge, she's looking at me. Margie, come here. So, what's been on my mind? It's this space called the in between. And it's actually kind of strange. It's a strange place to be because on the outside, everything can look completely normal, like nothing is wrong. But internally, internally something feels a little bit unfinished. Like something has shifted, but it hasn't become anything yet. It's almost as though I've outgrown something. Maybe some of you are going through it too. And I think that's the part that's hard. At least for me it is. Hi girls. I used to always have a grand plan, right? And for as far back as I can remember, starting pretty much at the age of 18, like a real plan. Sometimes I have these 2 year plans, other times 5 years. No matter what, it's a clear direction of what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to go, and an end product. I knew exactly what I was working towards. It's almost like a formula, like 1 plus 2 equals 3. Hi, Margie Pargie. Say hi to everyone. And that plan, it's simple, it's predictable, and it's safe. But lately, though, lately, it kind of, I feel like it has stopped. And now I'm just here. Although being here with my feather babies is not a terrible thing. At least that's one thing I can be certain of. But what I'm talking about with the in between, it's something that doesn't really have a label, no clear next step, no obvious direction, just space. Sometimes it feels like an empty space, a white space, just nothing, nothingness. But I got to thinking though that I don't think we talk about this part enough. We actually love talking about the beginnings, and we also love talking about the arrivals. But this middle part, this undefined space, there's no title for it, no celebration for it. Let me put her down. There's no checklist. Um, seems like just nothing. The truth is that I've been here before. That place where I know I just can't look back, but I also didn't know where I was going. And that gap, it messes with you. You start questioning everything. Questions that for me come to mind. Am I stuck? Am I wasting my time? Shouldn't I have figured this whole thing out already? I should be at the end, right? Achieve this thing. But what makes it harder though is there's nothing to show for during this season. I'm not arriving anywhere, though I wish I would. That would probably make it a lot easier. I'm not accomplishing anything that's visible. It's like you're just living inside a question. this bubble. And I feel that right now more than I want to admit, especially with my food cart. When I first started, I was so certain that this is it. I was excited. It was clear. I had this plan. I felt it felt like momentum. And now, 7 years in, it almost feels like I'm on autopilot. I mean, most of the time I feel like that's me. I get up, I know exactly what I need to do. I know the routine, I know the prep time, I just know everything. But I don't know if it's still where I'm meant to be. And that's been bothering me a lot lately. And that thought alone feels a little bit uncomfortable. And then on the other side of that, bless my husband, he's a great man. But he's been talking a lot about retirement in 10 years already. And when he keeps repeating that and I hear it, I'm starting to think like, I don't even feel like I've fully lived yet this journey that I'm on. Like, is this it? Or am I supposed to be doing something else? Something more? A grand thing? I feel like I should. And then my mind starts going places. Do I start winding things down? How much longer can I do this? Do I sell my food cart and just go back to what I've done for 18 years? Or if anything else, just something perhaps more stable, more predictable? Or do I just write things out until I retired? I don't know. And honestly, I don't have an answer. I don't know about you, but that thought though, it actually scares me a lot. And I think that's the tension of the in between, at least for me. You can feel that something is shifting, but you don't have clarity yet. Your brain tries to fill in the gaps, sometimes with fear, sometimes with pressure, sometimes with decisions that aren't even ready to be made. And for me, it's a little anxiety inducing at times. But lately, though, I've been wondering something different. What if this part isn't something to be fixed, or do, or act on, or even plan? What if nothing is actually meant to be done at this moment? What if what if this is just a transition that doesn't come with instructions? Because uncertainty, goodness, it asks something from me that certainty never does. It's like it's asking me to trust myself again without proof of anything working out. No plan, no next step. It's like I'm walking through the house without my glasses or my contact lenses. I'm just feeling things. And honestly, I don't like that. I mean, even without my contact lenses, I can probably find my way around the house just because I kind of know where everything is. I'm a creature of habit. And I like certainty very much. I love certainty. I like knowing what's coming. I like having a plan. I like being able to predict. I like being able to even say, this is where I'm going and I'm going to end up here if I do this. But this in between space, goodness, there's no timeline, no guarantee, nothing, no checklist, nothing that I can even write on. It's just it's just me, just you, and whatever you believe about your own life. And maybe that's why it feels so uncomfortable and a bit restless sometimes. I've been feeling restless lately because there's nothing external that's holding you up. It's just your own sense of trust. And I've been noticing something else too. How I talk to myself in this space because well, when nothing is resolved, it's really easy to turn on yourself, to rush, to start doom scrolling, to panic, to feel like I'm behind on everything, to even feel like I'm doing something wrong. And why am I not further along? And it's frustrating because the question I ask is, why haven't I figured it out yet? Where is my 5 year plan? Heck, where's my 2 year plan? Then I then I have to think, what if? What if you didn't need to rush out of this? What if this is actually where things are quietly rearranging itself? Even if even if I can't see it yet. What if not knowing isn't failure on my part, failure of action, and that perhaps this is just part of the process, and that the path itself is unfolding, but that but I'm just too busy being in my own thoughts. Arthur, Arthur, Arthur. So as I sit out here with all my feather babies, I look at them. They don't overthink any of this. They're not sitting around wondering, wondering about anything. They're not thinking what's next. What's my purpose here in life other than to be a chicken? They're not thinking that they're behind. Although I don't know. I love watching them because they just do their thing. They just exist. They take up space in their own sweet way. They just trust the process, the universe, nature. They trust it. They would trust that I would show up every single day, twice, 3 times a day, bringing them food, making sure they have water, that I'm caring for them, that their needs are met for the most part. No questions. I don't think they're even having group meetings complaining about me either. And if they do, I don't know. But what I admire the most is that there's something about that kind of trust that they have. I'm sure it feels calming. I mean, I would like that, right? Like maybe I don't need to have everything figured out at all. I just exist in this grand world. Maybe I just need to keep showing up. And maybe that's what the in between is asking of me. I don't know. It's probably asking, telling me, I just show up, not for any answers, but perhaps maybe just to be present. So if you're in an in between season right now of your life, I just want to say this: you are not alone. Hopefully, you don't feel behind. Hopefully, you don't feel as though you should be further along. And hopefully, you're not feeling as though you're doing it all wrong. I feel like I need to say this, that you don't need to have everything figured out yet. I tell myself that all the time. Sometimes I think back to everything that I worried about in my life. And in all honesty, my thinking was definitely a lot harder than the real life. I know this though. Some things, they don't arrive when you demand it. I guess a lot like spring here, right? The flowers, they don't come up when I tell them to. They show up in their own grand time. Everything in life, it just unfolds whenever they're ready. And maybe this space that I'm in right now, and perhaps you as well, isn't empty at all. It's not white space. Perhaps it just hasn't revealed itself yet. I know I'm still in it. So if you are, just know that we're just sitting in this in between space together. So until the next sitting with the chickens, this is La, the accidental chicken whisperer, and I'm wishing all of you a wonderful day. Take care.